Man, that's some 90s Bowie. That's 7 Years in Tibet by David Bowie. Bowie. Bowie? Bowie. Bowie. So that's, yeah, it's off the Earthling album. Not bad. It got kind of weird in the 90s there, but it was so much better than the 80s for him. Except Let's Dance, which I still love. But anyway, welcome to the stream. I just kind of want to share a thought. Like, I had to find this song through YouTube because I don't think I have it, actually. And I'm scrolling down, and I see people making comments about David Bowie's passing, and now it says 9 months. I remember when it was just 1 month ago, that the comments were posted. And then it was 2. And it was 3. And time goes by quick. And it's kind of weird to listen to the music and still think, like, he's left so much of himself behind. And, he's not here. Like, because, you kind of frame it differently when you're listening to the music of anyone, really. So, again, pointless thought, but it makes me kind of think about how much work he left behind, and it's like, that's inspiring, and it's really, I love what he's done. You could just revisit his music and anytime, and other things he's done too, and it's like he's there. So, kind of makes me appreciate every minute, or at least makes me want to appreciate every minute. It's harder to do that than to say it. Be truly present. I think there was an interview with Bill Murray where they were like, Mr. Murray, what's something, that you want more than anything? Or like, what's something that you want to do? What haven't you accomplished yet? Something like that. And Bill Murray's answer, he thought about it for a second. He just said, to just be truly here. To just be really, like, here. And to be present. And it took me some time to process that. And now, like, as I get older, I start to think more about that. I'm like, yeah, that's actually easier said than done. To just really be in every moment, not be somewhere else in your head. So, anyway. Oh, by the way, memes. I don't want to lose you. Some of you. But I think most of you know what I'm talking about. And I appreciate you listening to my little rants every now and then. So, anyway, welcome back to the stream. I want to show you some things that I wasn't able to finish. Including, what the hell is the fucking name of this? JB Hairball in Murder Flub. Let's hope it saved my progress. Because, man, that would really put a damper on the stream. Okay, load. It's not loading. Oh, okay. 2 of them just loaded at the same time. So, I'm not even going to tell you where you can find this. Or rather, I'm sorry. I'm mincing my sentences. What I want to say is I'm not even going to tell you the previous story. You're just going to have to watch it. Type Vinesauce cat games on YouTube and watch this part and you'll find out. It's a detective that's a cat. And this has been heavily requested. People have really wanted me to finish this. And I was kind of shocked about that. I didn't think that many people cared about this, but they did. Okay. We're getting a little off track here. I believe you had a question about our policy. Good grief. Question is, a frog named Paulson's been found belly up in Flirty Bird Park. Here you go. Here's a little recap for you with one of your matchbooks in his pocket. I want to know why you let a frog transcend your policy.
Paulson?
Sounds like you knew him. Care to elaborate?
Not here. Meet me out back in 5 minutes.
The big bird looked visibly rattled as she waddles her way towards the back. I look. The sharp-eyed bartender, he nods his little chick head at me, and I exit through the front door. I turn the corner and find myself in the alleyway behind Little C's. Little C leans against the brick facade and fumbles with a cigarillo. As she lifts it to her beak, she pats herself down. It's obvious she doesn't have a lighter. Schoolgirl error. I pull my own lighter out of my coat pocket and light her up.
Would you care for a smoke, Mr. Hairboll?
Nah, no thanks. I don't smoke.
So, Tad was found dead today.
You knew him?
We were lovers.
Oh. Well, you're not as distressed about this as you sounded. Or as I thought you'd be. Makes sense.
It's the 21st century. As far as we've come in terms of civil liberties, a chicken-frog relationship is still frowned upon by the community.
Oh, it is? Well, how does it work? You have to explain how this works. That's why you didn't want the rest of the bar to hear.
And it breaks my heart to keep it a secret. Believe me. But I suppose I won't have to worry about that anymore.
These cries sound fake. Also, I like how my character said he didn't smoke, but the chat has dutifully noted the cigarette in his mouth. Could be just catnip, though.
Mr. Hairboll, how did Tad die?
We don't know. He had no outward injuries. We're thinking he may have been poisoned, but until the autopsy comes back, we just don't know.
We had a date tonight. Everything.
I don't know how to put up the voice volume. And the flowers must have been for you. Paulson was found holding a bouquet of geraniums. A little note attached reading, "To my honey-baked nugget."
Geraniums, my favorite. He always was so thoughtful. That sweet, beautiful fool.
I guess that's the answer to that problem. Very sorry for your loss, Little C, but if there's anything you can tell me that'll help me catch this killer. Did he have any enemies?
Not that I can think of. I must admit, our daily lives didn't intersect as much as we would have liked due to the interspecies nature of our relationship. But Tad was always such a cheerful froggy. I can't imagine anybody would ever wish to do him harm.
How about your bartender? He seemed pretty hell-bent on the chicks-only policy.
Herman? Oh, for heaven's sake.
Of course it's
I know
Herman.
it seems like a hard case, but it's not like that. His common-law wife is a caterpillar.
Caterpillar? What?
Lovely girl.
How do you even
named
do the
Becky.
thing?
He's not as close-minded as he comes across. What?
Nothing. Listen, I'm gonna head down to the station and compare notes with the boys in blue. Here's my card. If anything comes to mind, don't hesitate to give me a call.
Mr. Hairboll.
Yeah,
The fiend who took my froggy away from me.
I plan to. Night was well and truly fallen over Kitty City. The darkness, punctuated by streetlights and the sounds of revelry, filled the air. I make my way back to the station. When I reach it, I pause to go over the events of the day. Time to get my ducks in a row. Rico came to me this morning to ask for my help solving a murder case. The victim was a frog. That's right, a frog was found belly up in the park. What made this unusual was how he was found. Holding a bouquet of geraniums, bearing the tag, "To my honey-baked nugget." He also had a little bow stuck to his head. The bow didn't produce any hints, but the tag told us where the flowers came from. Flowers came from a shop called Paradise Pete's. I made plans to go there and investigate later, but that wasn't the only clue I found on the frog. He also had... birth control pills? Or a duck? Oh, now I wish he had a duck. That would be so fun. A matchbook from Little C's. Wings and liquor. Seedy bar on the far side of town. I'd tackle that after twilight, but I made my first stop at Paradise Pete's. After exposing Pete's catnip ring and threatening him with blackmail, I got the frog's name out of him. H.P. Toadcraft? Tad Polson. I could hardly believe it myself. His parents sure pulled a fast one on him. With the frog's name in hand, I headed down to Little C's wing bar. There I met Little C, who was a... That's right, Little C was a big buxom chicken and a quite formidable character. Against my better judgment, we got into a bit of a scrap, but I came out no worse for wear. Little C told me the truth of her and Tad Polson. They were... lovers. C told me the whole tale of her and Polson's secret interspecies romance and how they both felt stigmatized by society. She also dropped the bombshell that her favorite flowers were geraniums. The very flowers Polson was holding when he was found in the park. So that's what we learned today. Unfortunately, it hasn't brought us any closer to finding Polson's killer. I head back to my office to make my first report. Well, there's your ketchup, everyone. Totally ketchup. Catchup. Catched cat. As I step into my office and switch on the light, the phone starts ringing as if triggered by my entry. Somebody calling at this late hour? Must be serious. I weave around the table and pick up the receiver. Hairboll.
JB, it's Slim. You're not gonna believe this. Ted Polson just sat bolt upright in the morgue.
What?
You better get down here.
I'm already on my way. I ran out onto the street and flagged down a cab. The moment of truth may be upon us. So antsy, I can't even manage to sit still in the taxi cab. The driver must think I've got a bad itch and worse manners. He scowls at me through the rear view mirror. It's all I can do to not tell him to step on the gas. After what feels like an eternity, we arrive at the fuzz station. I pay the cabbie and rush out of the car, taking the steps 2 at a time. My brain is on autopilot, as my muscle memory sends me bounding up to Rico's office on the 5th floor. Oh, God. I'm here, where's Polson? Rico nods and presses a buzzer on his desk intercom. What the fuck? As the door opened, a jovial frog bounced into the office.
Talk about a near-death experience!
Well, someone's in fine spirits. Tad Polson, I presume?
Who might you be?
This frog has a serious problem with volume control. JB Hairboll, Private Eye. I was tasked with solving your apparent murder.
Rico, I'm a real police cat.
JB and Rico, the private eye and the big guy. Like something out of a TV video show drama.
Lisa Jar Jar Binks frog!
Well, guys, thanks for trying, even though I'm alive.
It's his twin brother. Mr. Polson, if you don't mind, what exactly happened?
I was in the park. I had a date with a hot babe that night, and I just been to buy some flowers. I was
His
heading
fucking
off to
voice.
get a Reuben on ride before my rendezvous, and thought I'd take the scenic road. I was saying my hellos and howdy doos to all my flirty bird pals, when all of a sudden...
What? The
Bam!
fuck?
Straight into my face. It's the last thing I'll remember before I blacked out.
Why didn't they check his pulse?
Ah, the old weasel riding a woodpecker to the head chestnut. I've seen this happen before.
What? When have you ever seen such a thing?
Surprised what this cat got up to in his hinky
must have knocked me out because the next thing I knew, I woke up on the slab. I was like, don't freeze me, bro.
Jesus Christ. So, there was no murder, meaning there's no case here.
No case. But thanks for trying, Marlo.
I still have some questions. The bow we found on your head.
That's just a little game me and the missus like to play. I turn up wearing just a bow and I say Candy Graham, and then she unwraps me.
Ah! Forget I asked. Just then I heard a steady booming sound coming from the corridor. Coming ever closer. Suddenly the doors were flung open with a gust of stinky wind and in stomped little C.
Where is he? Where is my sweet, beautiful froggy?
I'm right here, baby. Wow! Lillian, what are you doing? All these people will know about our relationship.
Tad. Oh, Tad, I'm so glad you're safe. I don't care if anybody knows. Gosh darn it. I want the whole world to know. I love Tad Paulson and I'm proud of it.
Wow! I love you, baby!
What is this game?
So, it sounds like this is an open and shut, doesn't it, JB?
Some things still don't add up. What about Pete and his smuggling operation?
JB, you need to see the forest for the trees.
What?
Is the journey more important than the destination? Things don't always have to tie up in a neat, tidy package. All that truly matters is if you're enriched at the end of things.
Doesn't Tetons mean tits in like another language? By the way. If it's anything I know, it's that, maybe. And I think I'm wrong. I'm really not following you here, Slim.
Okay. Let me break it down in simpler terms. Think of it as a game of kick the can.
It's French? Oh, it's French for tits. Rico Slim Tits.
It's all simple childhood fun on one level. But let's say you're a fourth-dimensional being and you're playing two games at the same time that take place 20 years apart.
What?
Sure. You'll be asking yourself, what am I doing? How am I playing two games at once in the present future? Or is it the present and the past? Or even the past and the future? But when you get down to it, the nitty-gritty, it doesn't matter if you win or lose, as long as you're having fun.
That's what I just said earlier. This fucking voice acting, though, is kind of making me, like, convulse. Or the voice itself, I should say. Slim, I really don't have the foggiest idea what you're talking about. You haven't cleared anything up. If anything, you just made things worse.
Baby. You can read all about it on my website. I've also written a wide variety of fan fiction and slash fiction.
All right, enough already. Are we done here? Paulson, C, are you guys done?
I'm just glad to have my sweet froggy return to me safe and sound.
Done? I'm just getting started here.
Boys in blue, are we done? I like this one. It's a good one. This one's missing an eye. They call him Winky. All right, Ice Pete, done.
Done nothing and you can't prove a thing, copper.
Harmon, pour me a drink and make it a double.
Yeah.
Really? Well, that's it. I should have just finished it the day I played it, but I didn't realize how much more there was. It was a movie. Well, there you go. I know a lot of people were requesting that I try it, so there it is. That was for you. You wanted it, you got it. You know what's up next, right?